Chapter 6 is about operators, the punctuation that does the actual work in C. We start with arithmetic, and 5 of these 7 will look exactly like the ones you learned at school. Plus, minus, a star for multiplication, a / for division, and the percent sign, which C calls the remainder operator. Then 2 unary forms, a leading minus, which negates, and a leading plus, which does nothing whatsoever and exists mainly for symmetry. 4 of these rows hold no surprises. 7 plus 3 is 10. 7 minus 3 is 4. 7 times 3 is 21. But look at the division row. 7 divided by 3 is 2, not 2.33, just 2. And the row below it is the operator with no schoolroom equivalent. 7 remainder 3 is 1, the part left over after the division. Those 2 rows are where nearly every newcomer to C loses an afternoon, so the rest of this lesson is about exactly what they do. When both operands of a division are integers, C performs integer division, and the fractional part is not rounded, it is thrown away. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5 mathematically, and 3 in C. Nothing rounds up at 0.5, the fraction simply ceases to exist. Now the 2 highlighted lines, which are the interesting ones. Minus 7 divided by 2 gives minus 3, not minus 4. C truncates towards 0, which means it always moves toward the smaller magnitude, regardless of sign. If you have come from Python, this will bite you, because Python floors instead. It moves toward minus infinity and gives minus 4 for the same expression. The remainder follows the same rule, which is why minus 7 remainder 2 is minus 1 rather than plus 1. The sign of the remainder follows the sign of the left-hand operand, the dividend. So the remainder operator in C is not quite the mathematician's modulo, and if you are using it to wrap an index around a buffer, a negative input will hand you a negative index. Division and remainder are not 2 separate ideas, they are 2 halves of one operation, and the standard ties them together with the identity on the first line. Take a divided by b, multiply it back by b, add a remainder b, and you get a back. Always. That identity is effectively the definition, and it is worth committing to memory because it lets you work out any awkward case instead of guessing at it. Suppose you want to know what 7 remainder minus 2 is. 7 divided by minus 2 truncates towards 0, giving minus 3. Minus 3 times minus 2 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. So the remainder is 1, which is exactly what the last line says. Notice the asymmetry that falls out of this. The remainder takes its sign from the left operand and completely ignores the sign of the right one. And read the note. Before C99, the direction of truncation for negative operands was left to the implementation. So genuinely the same source could give different answers on different compilers. Modern C settles it. Both operators round towards 0 everywhere.